Hey everyone, welcome back to Financial Market Insights for Traders. I'm your host, Sophia, and today we've got a truly inspiring episode. We're not here to sell you some dream of overnight riches or a foolproof trading algorithm. No, today I'm bringing you something far more powerful, a real success story. We're talking about Maya Thompson, an everyday woman who turned $1,000 into $100,000. No gimmicks. No secret sauce, just pure grit, learning through failure, and committing to the long game. This is the kind of journey that makes you believe in your ability to succeed, even when the odds feel stacked. So let's dig in. Let's start with how Maya got into investing. Now, Maya didn't grow up wealthy. She's a first generation college graduate who studied psychology and worked in social services. She had no background in finance, but a single podcast changed her path. She told me it was a trader interview podcast with this guy who lost everything, rebuilt, and now mentors others. He said something like, "You only lose when you stop learning." That line stuck with me. So, with $1,000 from a tax refund, Maya opened her first brokerage account. No expectations, no illusions. I knew nothing. Literally nothing, she laughed. But I figured, worst case, I'd lose $1,000 and learn a lot. And that's exactly how she started, watching price charts, trying to decipher headlines, spending hours on YouTube watching day traders, thinking she could just mimic what they did. She had no real strategy. As she puts it, she was running on emotion. Now, her early trades? Classic rookie moves. She was chasing Reddit pumps, jumping on Twitter tips, taking random advice from Discord rooms. And of course, those early wins made her feel like a genius. But then came the crash. I held a meme stock through a nosedive and lost half my account in 2 days, she admitted. Maya was staying up all night watching crypto charts like a gambler at a roulette table. There was no risk management, no strategy, just pure reaction. That moment, losing half her money almost overnight, was her wake-up call. That's when she realized she was gambling, not investing. And from there, everything started to shift. Maya didn't quit. She doubled down on learning. She started binging educational content. One of her go-to resources? The Crystal Ball Markets podcast, beginner-friendly, no fluff, just solid fundamentals and algorithmic trading breakdowns. She said it helped demystify the charts, indicators, and all the jargon. But more than that, it taught me mindset, patience, process over outcome. Maya began keeping a detailed trade journal. Every entry included her setup, her emotions, the result, and lessons learned. That journal was my therapist, she said. It made me face my habits. If you can't be honest about why you entered a trade, you're not learning. She learned the technical side too. RSI, moving averages, volume, earnings reports. Not just memorizing them, but understanding what they said about market psychology. And that's when things started to click. Let's talk about the climb. Over the next 2 years, Maya compounded her account steadily. The big shift came when I stopped caring about being right and focused on consistency, she explained. She wasn't aiming for home runs anymore, just consistent base hits. She followed a rule. If a setup wasn't clear in 5 seconds, she passed on the trade. She focused on swing trading using clear technical and fundamental catalysts. Some weeks she didn't trade at all. Old me would have panicked. New me waited. Year 1, she was back at $1,200. Year 2, $7,000. By year 3, $30,000. And in year 4, she crossed the $100,000 milestone. It wasn't linear. There were drawdowns, flat periods, and times I felt like quitting. But the curve was upward. And listen, Maya's journey wasn't without mental strain. She faced serious emotional battles. I'd beat myself up over losing trades. I felt like a fraud when I shared wins online. I also obsessed over charts, like 14 hours a day. Eventually, she burned out. She had to pull back. I stopped trading during high stress periods, like when a family member was ill. I cut screen time. I reminded myself, this is a marathon, not a sprint. She started meditating, working out, disconnecting on weekends. She recognized that mindset is just as important as method. She also got pushback from friends. Some thought she was wasting time. Others called it gambling. But I knew what I was building. I learned to tune out the noise. So I asked her, what advice would she give someone just starting out with $1,000? Here's what she said. First, don't expect to get rich quick. You probably won't. Second, educate yourself seriously. Platforms like crystalballmarkets.com make learning accessible, especially if you're not from a finance background. Third, focus on risk. If you lose your capital, you're done before you start. She also had a strong message for women. Women in investing is still a small club, but we bring emotional intelligence, discipline, and long-term thinking to the table. We need more of that. She credits much of her progress to community. Finding a tribe of like-minded traders helped me stay motivated. We reviewed each other's trades, held each other accountable, and celebrated the little wins. Let's run through the lessons Maya learned. This is gold, folks. Don't chase hype. If it's trending, you're probably late. Have a plan. Every trade needs a setup, a stop, and a goal. Control your risk. Protect your capital at all costs. Log everything. Your trade journal is your best teacher. Check your ego. The market owes you nothing. Take breaks. Burnout causes bad trades. Build community. Don't go it alone. Invest in yourself. The best ROI is knowledge. So, what's next for Maya? She's now mentoring new investors and occasionally guest hosting episodes on the Crystal Ball Markets podcast. She's also launching a community focused on long-term skills over short-term thrills. The real flex isn't flipping one trade. It's doing this sustainably for life. She's even diving into algorithmic trading, learning to code bots, backtest with more accuracy, and adapt to market evolution. Maya Thompson's journey is a reminder that trading isn't about being brilliant. It's about being consistent, curious, and resilient. So if you're just getting started, don't let the noise intimidate you. Start small. Learn deeply. Platforms like crystalballmarkets.com can help simplify the process with tools built for beginners and experienced traders alike. And if you want more stories like Maya's, check out the Crystal Ball Markets podcast. It's full of real-life trading experiences, practical advice, and voices you can actually learn from. Because behind every success is a story of struggle. And Maya's? It's one of the most authentic ones we've heard. Thanks for tuning in to Financial Market Insights for Traders. I'm Sophia. See you in the next episode.